Good Business San Diego, sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management. Hi, I'm Roy Robertson. Welcome to Good Business San Diego, where we're talking to small business owners that are such a big part of our community. And the following portion of Good Business San Diego is sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management. Brent Wilsey, as you know, is the president of Wilsey Asset Management, and he joins us today to share his thoughts on a topic that's been in the news recently. Federal funding cuts to universities with large endowments has raised questions about those endowments and government support for those schools. Brent has his comments and some surprising numbers here today, too, that we'll get into and break this down. So, well, first of all, why is the government supporting the schools in these ways?
Well, very surprising numbers. And I did not realize this, but there's 658 educational institutions that they have in their endowment funds about $874 billion. That's nearly $1 trillion that they have. It's just amazing to me that they have that much money. But let's talk about what they receive from the government, which I was shocked when I saw this. I mean, they get grants. Right. They also have student loans that go to the student to fund the tuition. Tax-free status. Many of them pay no taxes to the government at all. They also have no property tax. So all these big buildings and stuff, they're not paying property tax on that. Tax-favored endowments. Now, these endowment funds we talked about, this $1 trillion nearly, they don't pay capital gains. They don't pay income tax on that. The only thing they pay that came out in 2017 was a 1.4% excise tax. That's it. That's all they pay.
So huge advantages to the universities.
Huge advantages. And then you have the Harvard tuition. It's $57,000. It's just amazing. And all this comes from taxpayers. We're funding all this with all these things. And I do know the president of Harvard makes about $1.3 million a year. Professors make between $200,000 to $300,000 a year. But let's talk about the endowment funds, because I used to track these saying, okay, if I can beat them, I'm doing pretty good, because I thought they're pretty smart people. Well, they're supposed to earn about 8% is what their goal is. And there was a survey done that only about 25% of them actually earn that 8%. So the problem is how they invest the money. 39% of the money is invested in private equity. Now, private equity has very high management fees. They're usually at least 2%. And I'm kind of wondering, well, I'm talking about hedge funds. About 32% is in hedge funds as well. So about almost 70% is in these high fee things. Hedge funds, you have a 2% management fee, plus they charge 20% of the profits. I kind of wonder, is some kind of deal going on with these guys? Like, hey, we're alumni, let's use you as well. Only 5% goes into real estate, 3% real assets, which is, you know, your gold, your silver, your hard commodities, and only 3% in cash. And that's kind of a problem, because the goal of these endowment funds is to distribute 5% of what they actually earn. And so now you only got 3% cash. Where's that going to come from? And what's even more amazing is how this money is distributed. I always thought that you did these.
It's all go to the students.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what we all thought. Go to the students, but that's not the case. 48%, only 48%, goes to fund student aid. 18% academic programs and research. 11% endowment faculty positions. I love this one. 17% other purposes, which is just kind of crazy, but that we don't know what those are. Other purposes. And only 6%, you have to do the math, well, where's the other 6%? We don't know, so almost a quarter of this money, we don't know where it's even going to, and I feel it's going to the fat cats on the administrative side, not to the students where it should be going, which is a major problem.
Certainly going to be a lot of scrutiny of this moving forward, and has arisen over the last couple of weeks, and it's going to continue.
And it should continue, and so we can get kids to go to school that all these fat cats making the money.
Put the money where you need it, right?
Exactly. I like it.
Okay. Brent, thanks as always.
You're welcome.
You can reach Brent at 858-224-0004. Wilsey Asset Management is also online at smartinvesting2000.com. The preceding portion of Good Business San Diego is sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management, and we will be right back.